Welcome to RPS online classes. Let's continue with our chapter Wind, Storm and Cyclone. This is practice time session 3. Let's start with the first exercise of the day, high order thinking skill questions. From your textbook, Science Booster. Let's take the first question. Observe the given picture and answer the questions that follow. How is the boy able to drink water with the help of a straw? When the boy sucks through the straw, it creates a partial vacuum inside the straw. Hence, due to the pressure difference, the liquid rises up into the straw. The girl finds it difficult to drink with the straw as the straw has a small hole in it. Can you explain why? Because of small hole in the straw, the girl is not able to create a partial vacuum inside the straw. As a result, the water inside the straw rises up slowly and the girl finds it difficult to drink. In the equatorial region, winds blow towards equator from both the hemispheres. Why? The air around the equator is hot as it receives direct sunlight. Hence, it rises up leaving low pressure area behind it. The cooler air from both the hemispheres moves towards the equator to take its place. Why are two freely hanging ping pong balls pushed towards each other when air is blown in between them? When air is blown between two ping pong balls, the air pressure between them gets reduced. The higher air pressure outside the balls pushes them towards each other. NCERT exercises. Suggest two methods to find out wind direction at a given place. Take a piece of paper in your hand. Allow it to fall down from your hand. It will flow in the direction in which wind is blowing. You can also use wind vane, which helps us to know accurate wind direction. State two experiments that made you think air exerts pressure. Balloons and balls can be used only when they are inflated with air. When balloon is overfilled with air, it bursts due to excessive air pressure. Compressed air is used in the brake system for stopping trains. You want to buy a house. Would you like to buy a house having windows but no ventilators? Explain your answer. No. A house which has no ventilators is not safe or healthy house to live in. The air circulation is not there in such a house. So, it has no fresh air. Because warm air rises up and goes out through ventilators and fresh air comes in through the windows. Explain why holes are made in hanging banners and hoardings. Air exerts pressure. Due to this pressure, banners and hoarding flutter and tone when wind is blowing fast. Holes are made in banners and hoardings so that wind passes through the holes and they do not become loose and fall down. How will you help your neighbors in case cyclone approaches your village or town? I will make them aware of cyclone forecast and warning service. Rapid communication of warning to the government agencies and all important places. Construction of cyclone shelters in cyclone-prone areas. Helping them to shift essential goods, domestic animals, etc. to safer places. What planning is required in advance to deal with the situation created by a cyclone? To deal with cyclone, it is important to follow the following points. Carefully listening the warning transmitted on TV and radio. Moving to the safer places. Keeping an emergency kit ready. Store food in waterproof bags. Not venturing into sea. Keeping all the emergency numbers. NCERT Exemplar. Why is Chandigarh unlikely to be affected by a cyclone? Chandigarh is unlikely to be affected by a cyclone as it is not near to the sea or ocean. Name the ocean which is mainly responsible to bring rain-bearing monsoon winds to Kerala coast in June every year. Indian Ocean is mainly responsible for bringing rain-bearing monsoon winds to Kerala coast in June every year. To expel hot air out of kitchen, A has an exhaust fan fitted on the window of her kitchen and B has a similar exhaust fan fitted on the wall near the ceiling of her kitchen. Which of the following exhaust fan will expel the hot air more effectively? Explain why. B's exhaust fan will expel the hot air more effectively because hot air rises up. So, being at a greater height than A's exhaust fan, volume of air that will reach to B's exhaust fan will be more. Why it is advisable not to shut all the doors and windows during a storm. It is advisable not to shut all the doors and windows during a storm in order to avoid the roof of the house getting blown away due to the low pressure created by heavy winds. A flat in Mumbai with a balcony facing the sea has some clothes hung on a clothesline in the balcony. Towards which direction the clothes will be blown in the afternoon? The clothes will be blown towards the house due to sea breeze blowing towards the land. Figure shows a diagrammatic representation of trees in the afternoon along a sea coast. State on which side is the sea, A or B. Give reasons for your choice. Sea is on B side as in the afternoon, wind is blowing from sea to the land called sea breeze. A flag mounted on flagpost near the sea coast flutters in the direction of the sea. At what time of the day does this happen? At midnight or in the afternoon? At midnight because of land breeze that moves from land towards the sea at night. Paheli kept an empty bottle made of plastic inside a refrigerator. After a few hours, when she opened the refrigerator, she found the bottle had collapsed. Explain the possible reason. The air inside the bottle contracts due to low temperature. Hence, the bottle collapses due to the outside pressure. When strong or high-speed wind blows, an umbrella held upright at times gets upturned. Explain the reason. Umbrella gets upturned when strong or high-speed wind blows because high-speed wind passing over the umbrella creates low pressure. Suggest some precautions to be taken to prevent the roof of a tin sheet from flying away during a fierce wind storm. To prevent the roof of a tin sheet from flying away during a fierce wind storm, following mentioned precautions should be taken. Put heavy stones, bricks, etc. on it. Screw it tightly. Do not shut all the doors and windows. Describe an activity to demonstrate that warm air is lighter than cold air. Take 2 paper bags or empty paper cups of same size. Hang the 2 bags in the inverted position on the 2 ends of a metal or wooden stick. Tie a piece of thread in the middle of the stick. Hold the stick by the thread as in a balance. Put a burning candle below one of the bags as shown in the figure. We observe that the bag below which candle is placed is pushed up. It is due to the reason that on heating, air expands and occupies more space and hence becomes lighter. This proves that warm air is lighter than the cool air. The picture in the figure shows tree line along the sea coast on an island near the equator. As shown, the tree tops are permanently bent in one direction. Are the trees bent towards the sea or away from it? Explain. In the coastal regions of an island near the equator, heating and cooling of air is a regular phenomenon. During daytime, the land gets heated quickly as compared to the water in the sea. Air above the land gets heated and rises up, and is replaced by the cool air from sea, giving rise to sea breeze. This sea breeze makes the trees to bend towards the land. That was all for today's class. I hope you have understood the chapter very clearly.